With a quick tutorial about how to use category warnings. So we're going to be using this Bistro site as the demo, and I'm going to show you what you can do with category warnings, starting from the simple and working up. So by category warning we mean a text warning that you create and that shows on category pages, subcategory pages, and products falling inside a category. So we're going to use this mains category as our example on the Bistro site. So on the right here, this is how you see it on the website, and on the left, this is the admin panel. So we're going to start with a really simple warning. So you can see here I've written test. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to create an allergy warning. So if this was a real restaurant, and they might want to warn customers to let them know if they've got any allergies. So we're going to say something like, do you have any allergies? Please let us know when ordering. Okay, so that's the simplest kind of warning. And we're just going to save that and refresh. And that's how you see a non-pop-up warning. So that's kind of the simplest one you can do. Okay, so this is useful for communicating anything important that applies at a category level. So it's much easier to maintain one message at a category level than trying to maintain the same message on every product. So this is the kind of thing that somebody's going to see as soon as they go into a category. So to make this more prominent, what we would do is make it a pop-up warning. And this is the kind of thing where you need to sort of communicate legally important things, maybe like age warnings, or like we're going to do now, allergy warnings, things like that, where you really need somebody to see the message and confirm that they've seen it. So when we do that, what you'll see is that the category warning becomes a pop-up. So what's going to happen is the customer has to dismiss it by clicking on OK. So do you have any allergies? Please let us know when ordering. OK, I've got it. And that's not going to come up again while I'm browsing within this session. So I go to the home page, go back to mains, it's not going to come again. Okay, go to the product, it's not there. If I refresh, so this is a new session now. Now you see we do get it, and you see that we're not actually on the category page here, but we're in a product page. We're on a product page that falls into that category. So it's kind of like a trickle-down effect, you know. So if you apply it to a top-level category, it's going to show for that category, it's going to show for all subcategories, and it's going to show for products inside those categories. So it's really useful and easy to maintain. That's the main idea. So that's basically what you can do with it. You can create a warning, and you can make it either pop-up or non-pop-up. So if I show you, for example, let's take it off pop-up, just make it a normal warning again, and we'll refresh here as if we're starting a new session. And this is what a non-pop-up warning looks like on the product page. And if I don't dismiss and I go back to mains, it's still there. Okay, so it has to be dismissed, but once it's dismissed, it doesn't bother the customer again, which is good. And now I'm just going to show you quickly how to make those messages look a bit nicer. So if you want to sort of flesh them out and make them a bit better looking, you can do that as well. And that's you use Markdown for that. As you know, in Pack, these dark blue fields are Markdown fields, so you can type Markdown in there and just make it look a bit nicer. So what we're going to do is we're going to make it a pop-up warning again, and we'll start off by just making this a header field, so second level header and a paragraph. So that's already going to make a big difference. Okay, so it already looks much nicer, and I definitely recommend using Markdown to make your pop-ups, your category warnings, a bit nicer. But we can take it a step further by adding a little image. So this is how you do it. So I'd recommend you to use the Markdown cheat sheet. That's there's a link to that from every Markdown field, and we're going to use this syntax, so the image syntax. So we're just going to grab this, copy paste it, and I tell you what, I'm going to put it here at the top, just above the header. So I'm going to just paste that there. Okay. Now what we need to do is the alt text. So this, you won't see this. This is just the alternative text. So we're going to say allergy warning. So that doesn't really matter what you type in there. And then this is where you put the link to the image. So of course we're going to upload the image, and then we're going to come back here and do this. So save that. And then obviously it's not showing anything at the moment because we haven't put the image in there. So we're going to go Files, Images. Okay. And you can see this is our image collection for the demo store, and we're going to create a new image, and we're going to upload it. So I got this from Unsplash. I got this little sort of white background garlic picture, and I'm going to call it garlic on white background. Always good to give your images good titles so you can find them again. We won't tag it, and we'll save that and upload it. Okay, and what we want to do is grab the link. Okay, and we're going to go back to our category, our product category, and we're going to find it. It's in the restaurant, and it's here, mains, edit, and then we're going to put it in here. Okay, now if we just do it like that, let's make this field a bit bigger. What's going to happen is that it's going to be too big. Okay, so there's a little pro tip, is that you can use parameters, particularly the width parameter, to size the image, which is what we're going to do here. So we're going to do W equals, and then we're going to try 100 pixels to start with. Okay, so that's just a little pro tip that you can use to size images. Now, normally you don't have to do this, right? Because in the rest of the pack system, it's resized for you. But in this case, you're manually inserting an image, so you can use W equals 100 to size it to 100 pixels. So you just need to know that. Remember it. It's not too complicated. Save and refresh, and see how it looks. Okay, so it's kind of small. We can edit it, make it a bit bigger. 200, for example. Okay, that's pretty good. So there you can use all types of images there. So you know, if it was an age warning, for example, you could put like a little under 18, no under 18 sign or something like that. So you can use basically anything that Markdown gives you. You could even put a link in there if you wanted. You could put a link to another page within your site, a link somewhere else. So for example, if it was a legal warning, you might want to link somewhere externally to some explanation of what the warning means. Then that allows you to do that. So this is just a really useful tool that you can use to communicate important messages to your customers all around your site. And once they click OK, then it's gone and it doesn't get in their way anymore.